we've talked about Luigi Mangione. We've talked about Zoran Kwame Mamdani winning with this massive swath of Gen Z support in New York City on an incredibly communist, cultural Marxist agenda, gay race communism. We're just going to call it what it is. Why is this book still relevant and still so important and required reading for all Americans today?
Like we said at the outset, Jack, Unhumans is not historical nonfiction. It's current affairs, it's current events. It's what's going on right now. It's something that has been going on for more than 250 years and will continue unless it is stopped. And we have primaries coming up here. I'm looking at the calendar for the rest of this year. We're going towards the 2026 midterm elections, which are not just going to be the federal offices. There's a lot of stuff happening locally where radicals will take over school boards. They will take over any opportunity they can at state houses, state senators, representatives, sheriffs, prosecutors, DAs, any of these positions that they can get their hands on to infiltrate the institutions, they will do so. And yes, the 2024 presidential election went the way of the right and for the benefit of the United States of America, but the left did not go anywhere. And what lesson they took from the 2024 election loss was not, we need to be more moderate. They said, no, we need to be more radical. We need to use not just veiled Marxist talking points. We need to quote Marxism, quote the Communist Manifesto, quote and use these exact expressions like class consciousness. And so the lesson they took was the left, we simply need to become more radical. And there is a significant percentage of the population, maybe even some of your neighbors, certainly your fellow voters, who, when they hear what the Mensheviks or the Bolsheviks are saying or doing, they say, oh, I support that. I'm going to vote for that. Remember, the same sort of people who sent those love letters and fan mail to the street assassin, Luigi Mangione, those are the same populations who voted for Kwame Mamdani in the New York City Democratic primary.
And what's key here, and we only have a couple of minutes left. I wish we had another hour, but I have to get you back on, Joshua, because this book tells you how to disrupt this type of behavior, and it tells you how to stop it, and it tells you how you can take steps. You, right now, you don't have to be an influencer or a political maven or have a podcast or media connections or any of those things. How you can, in your local area, whether it be your library or your community center. By the way, the moms already get this, and that's why they're totally focused on the school boards. By the way, I was at an event. I'll just say I was in the DC area. I was at a kids thing, like a not non-political, just kids activity that I brought my kids to. And I saw someone there wearing a Moms for Liberty t-shirt. And I walked right up to, it was a guy actually. I walked right up to the guy and I said, hey man, that's a great shirt. I really support what those guys do. And he said, I couldn't agree more. It's little things like that that have a maximum impact when we all do them together, because we focus on the nodes of power. And I guarantee you, your local communist has already focused on the local nodes of power in your town or your community.